Assalamu alaikum dear viewers. Today our topic is The Rising of the Moon, a play by Lady Gregory. Let's come to the point. First of all, we have a short intro about the play. It is one of Lady Gregory's shortest but most famous and very well-known plays that politics take place in its themes. This play was premiered at the Abbey Theatre in 1907. This play opens with three Irish policemen who are obviously working for the British authorities and a man hurt for an escaped political prisoner. The policeman then comes to discuss the large reward money they will receive for the criminal's capture, and as two of policemen go off, the sergeant stays at guard the harbor. The sergeant stays at the harbor where he thinks a ship is bound to take the rebel to freedom. The sergeant meets a poor peasant who passes the same singing songs of Ireland. After that, the singer comes in and engages the sergeant in conversation which drifts toward the past. The sergeant begins to think of the fate of the fugitive in comparison to his own. He thinks about the friends of his youth and the circumstances which could have placed him in that type of position, and especially when he had to hide from the police in the dark. The sergeant undergoes a change of heart with the disguised rebel begins to sing the song of the Fenian movement that was composed around 1865 of the rising of the moon. So moved is the sergeant by memories of his own patriotic youth that he allows the criminal to escape and give up the chance of the reward and his duty toward the British government. This play shows mistaken identity through disguise, in this case a wig and a hat. Then first of all we have the characters. At first we have a sergeant. The sergeant is the leader of the company of police officers and he is in charge of the effort of recapture the prisoner. During the play, we learn of his past and life, and he is something of an Irish patriot. Then we have the Ragged Man. The Ragged Man, as he is introduced, has several different identities. He acts as a bard and ballad singer, entertaining the sergeant as they sit and talk, watching for the escapee. Then we have two police officers. The two officers who are the assistant to the sergeant have few words to say and only act to offer exposition for the rest of the story. They partner with the sergeant in handing out flyers and hope to catch the man. Then we have the rescuers. The final groups are never seen, but they are response to the fugitive signal and have come to rescue him. They are driving a ship that passes nearby the quay. Let's come to a summary. On a moonlit night at an Irish wharf by the sea, three policemen in the service of occupying English government pasted a wanted poster for a clever escaped political criminal. Convinced that the escaped rebel might creep to the water's edge to be rescued by the sea, they all hoped to capture him from the £100 reward and perhaps even a promotion. A man in rag tried to slip past the sergeant, explaining that he merely wanted to sell some song of incoming sailors. The rage man identified himself as Jimmy Welch, a ballad singer. When the man headed toward the steps of the water, the sergeant stops him. The sergeant stopped him, insisting that Jimmy lived by way of town. Trying to interest the officer in his song, the man sang a few ballads to the protesting sergeant. The regiment presented to start toward town but stopped to comment on the face of the poster, saying that he knew the man well. Interested, the sergeant changed his mind about sending the regiment away and insisting that the stranger stay to furnish more information about the fugitive. The raged man described a dark, dangerous, muscular man who was an expert with the weapons. Frightened, the sergeant gladly accepted the regiment's offers to stay with him on the wharf to help look of the escaped murderer. Sitting back to back on a barrel in order to have full view of the dock area, the two men smoked pipe together to calm the sergeant's nerves. The sergeant confessed that police work was difficult, especially for family men, because the officers spent long hours on dangerous missions. Accompanying the sergeant's lament, the regiment started to sing a traditional sentimental song about the lover and a beautiful Irish countryside. Then he began a nationalistic ballad about the alleged oppressed old Irish woman Granville. The, s- the sergeant stopped him, protesting that it was inappropriate to sing that kind of songs. Then the red man grabbed his chest as if he forbidden singing was necessary to calm his frightened heart. So the beating sergeant allowed him to continue his ballad. Again the man sang about the fabled Irish martyr Ganwell, but this time he inserted the wrong lyrics. Immediately the sergeant corrected the man and sang the proper line, revealing his knowledge of the rebel song, even though he was supposed to be loyal to his country or to his job. The ballad man slyly began to probe the sergeant's memory of the former days when, as a young man, the sergeant lovingly sang several traditional Irish ballads, including Granville. Confidently, the sergeant admitted that he had sung every patriotic ballad the ragged man named. The man suggested that the sergeant and the fugitive perhaps shared the same youthful memories. In fact, the escaped prisoner might even have been among the sergeant's closest friends in their younger days. When the sergeant admitted the possibility, the ballad man described a hypothetical scene in which the sergeant joined so methodically. Caught up in the hypothetical scenario, the sergeant mused that if he had made different choices, not going to the police force, not marrying and having children, he and the fugitive could well have exchanged roles. The possibility became so real for him that he began to confuse his own identity with the escape and imagined himself stealthily trying to escape, violently shooting or assaulting the police officer. The ragman contended that the sergeant in the past sympathizes with the Irish nationalist and not with the law he currently represented. In fact, he suggested that the sergeant still doubted the choices he made for the English law but against the people. Boldly singing the rebel tune, The Rising of the Moon, as a signal to the rescue on the water, and ripping off his hat and wig, Jimmy the ballad singer revealed that he is basically a man who is trying to escape that night. Starting and struggling with his Hereford suppressed sympathies for the rebels. The sergeant threatens to arrest the escapee and collect the reward when his younger police companies approached. He protested that his own rebel sentiments were buried in the past, slipping behind the barrel seat they had shared to hide from the nearby officers. The fugitive calls on the sergeant's love for Ireland to keep his presence secret. Quickly hiding the fugitive wigs and hat behind him, the sergeant denied to the subordinate that no one is there. The escaped rebel gratefully retrieved his disguise, promising to return the favor. The man at the rising of the moon. Roles would inevitably be reversed between the oppressor and the oppressed. Quickly, he slipped into the rescue boat, left musing alone the moonlit wharf. The sergeant thought of the lost reward and wondered if he had a great fool. This is all from my side. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share my channel for another informative video. Thank